everyone. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video today. I really appreciate your time and attention. If you like my screen printing videos, you like the information and stuff, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is a free way of helping me keep going on YouTube and, continuing the free production of these YouTube videos about screen printing. So it's really important, if you like the videos and you want to support me and see them keep coming, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. All right, so, and in those efforts, I'm actually doing some tests today. That's what this little video clip is about, sort of. You might hear this little music from my neighbor next door. He's working in the unit next to me, and I don't normally shoot when I can hear his music and stuff, but I wanted to test, I'm having troubles with focus, the autofocus, the lighting, the bulbs in here get, over time they lose a little bit of brightness, and so I'm testing out the spot meter focus function today, and hopefully that will also allow me to pick up dark shirts and not affect the focus and the exposure of the camera. So this is a test for that. All right, but I wanted to show you some video footage that I took about printing this little job, which you might have seen on Instagram, because this is the artwork that Mike Wrigley did for us here, Catspit Productions Art. And you can find Mike, he's a screen printing artist who specializes in like horror themed type artwork. It's very cool. You can check him out at, I believe it's at Nameless City Apparel on Instagram. I will put links in the video description for Mike, so you can check him out online, okay? And he did this artwork for us, and it's actually a complicated piece of art. It's 3 screens, okay? And these are the screens still in the press, all right? It's 3 screens, and it's trying to do a whole lot with just 3 screens. So, to make it work, I kind of really got creative with the printing. And this is not something that you would want to do, for a production run. This is like something you're going to do for yourself, maybe a few special shirts. I'm not going to print a whole lot of these. We'll see what we're going to do. I may try to, experiment more with this, but, I just want to make it clear that what you're about to see, warning, what you are about to see is not really what you want to have to do if you're trying to print for profit. Okay, if it's a little personal job like this is really cool. I had a lot of fun experimenting and playing around with the print process. It was a lot of fun, and the result is pretty cool. So we're going to show you that and show you the shirt close up, and you'll see what I'm saying. But remember, this is just a highly experimental design, trying to do a lot with 3 screens, and so it's not something that I would recommend for actual printing for profit or production or anything like that, but check it out. Okay, so the actual printing sequence is very jacked up and highly bizarre and not practical and ridiculous, but it results in a very cool print that I don't think you could achieve otherwise. Maybe you could, I don't know. So what we ended up doing to give it really a lot of depth is printing the red, and today I'm just going to use the heat gun so I don't cook myself, but we're going to flash between colors. Okay, and basically we're getting some of the red in the areas where the red prints on the black by itself. Okay, so I'm gonna flash that. All right, hopefully this is gonna work out. So now I'm gonna print the white. This is ridiculous, but this is funny. You'll see it looks actually pretty cool. So that's flashed, the red there, right on the black is flashed. Now the white. Let's see if this is going to work out like I did the test print when I was experimenting. I hope this was printing good. I didn't print any of this yesterday. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so now at this point what I did was I printed the white as nice as I wanted it on the skull. Okay. And so I'm going to hit the entire thing, you know, a couple times here, I think. Let's see, maybe once or twice here. Let's see. We need to make sure the letters and lines are printing. Oops, I should have lift slower. Okay, so that's probably, well, maybe, I don't want too much in the skull area. You follow? So I'm trying to be careful there. I should have my other test print over here to look at while I'm printing. That would probably be a good idea. Okay, so I think we could just do like this. Okay, now lift up slow. Alright, now I'm going to flash it and I'm going to do something really weird. Watch this, okay? So hang on a second while I use the heat gun to quickly flash cure this. Okay, so I had to come back and hit the skull again with the white a little bit. So it might be a little bit brighter. I had to fill in some of the knit over here. You know, I didn't want it to be too light, but I'm trying to keep the skull a little bit lighter in ink volume than this part down here. So now that this is flash cured, and I'm done messing around, we're gonna do the really weird thing, and I'm just gonna actually print the cat spit letters because I can. It's right there and it's kind of split. And I might hit the bottom of the skull slightly, you know, but if I'm careful I can be pretty good and just kind of hit that part. So I'm going to flash it and take a look at it. Okay, so this is the hardest part and I'm going to try to give it one little touch-up hit here, okay, for this lettering down here, and then hopefully that's going to be it. So we're just going to try to load a little bit and give it some decent pressure. Okay, that should be sufficient. Okay, this is complicated. I actually have this written down. So now I'm going to do the yellow and flash it, and let me see how much yellow I want. I hope it's cool enough. I let it cool a second here. Okay, that's good. Let's see, so I think that's actually not bad for this layer, because if I'm not mistaken, in this complicated print scenario, we're going to come back to that yellow. Am I yelling? Okay. Let me flash and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have that much. So let's come back in the formula to the red. And let's see. Let's see what we have here. So now I just need to decide, you know, if I have enough red in the skull. Do I have enough red in the skull? You know. So we take a look at my test print that's over yonder that I can barely see from here. And yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's fine. Okay, so now, again, flash. So I'll be right back. Okay, now in this complicated procedure, you know, I'm flashing a little bit with the thing, and you know, I probably need to do this with the flash cure on, and I should pre-shrink the shirt because I'm noticing, I may be getting a little registration distortion on the outline here. So on the next one that I try to print, you know, to actually print a shirt like this one, we'll turn on the flash cure, and I will put the shirt on the pallet and send it over to the flash cure and pre-shrink it as much as possible, so we reduce any kind of registration issues that occur during all this flashing that I'm doing here, which is quite excessive, but fun. This is actually a really fun experiment. So here's now again, we're doing the same thing with the white, with the red, just this lower portion. Let's see how it is. Now it's filling in a little bit on the registration, so that's good. You know, as long as it doesn't get blurry and look like crap, that's okay. So you decide, let's flash it and see what it looks like with a little bit more red down there on that white. All right, so we're gonna brighten up this red a little bit on the cat spit area again, believe it or not. And that should do it. Okay. So we gotta flash that, and then we'll finish up, hopefully. All right, so now that we got all that mumbo jumbo, you know, abracadabra, we've got that done so far. We're gonna come back with this yellow one more time. Hopefully this is cool, right? I let it cool down. And yellow, this mustard yellow or brown or whatever the heck it is, one more time. And I think that's it. All right, so now I have to compare, we'll compare to the original test print and see, you know, how different it is, how unique, excuse me, each shirt will be, you know, because that's the scenario here. And you would, like I said, you wouldn't want to have to print any of these. I'll print a few of these for myself and the guy who did the artwork, and then we're gonna set up a different set of screens and see, you know, what else we can accomplish and how much easier we can make it to print, still with 3 screens though. So we'll see. Hopefully I can make that happen. We'll figure that out. All right, so here's the print close up after all that abracadabra, a la Camus, all that all that effort. And, you know, like I said, I would never, you know, suggest that you print a production run like this or anything, but, you know, for a small run of personal shirts for creative purposes, or if you have the time to put that kind of work into, you know, something, that's fine, of course. But for me, it was just a project that I really wanted to see something come out, you know, useful. So I made it work with 3 screens, and it looks pretty cool. You know, it came out very similar to the test print that I did experimenting, and I like it maybe even a little bit more. So let's see if we can get a closer look. I hope the lighting isn't blowing it out too much, so let's see if we could get a little closer. All right, hopefully you can see a little better here. And yeah, I have to admit, for 3 screens, you know, it's actually an amazing print. And yeah, I had to work really hard, but it's actually satisfying. That's really cool. I like this one. We'll see what we can do with it with some more testing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this footage that we just cut for this little bit of printing here, and see if the spot meter focus worked a lot better. I hope it did, because I don't want to have to buy a new camera or cameras. And you know, I want to try to burn this job again on a different mesh count. This was 305 mesh with a photopolymer emulsion, and I want to do a 230 but with a dual cure emulsion. And I'm hoping that if it works out, maybe I'll get to do a video about the differences between photopolymer and dual cure and the amount of detail you can get and stuff like that. Hopefully. If that doesn't work out, then forget I ever mentioned that. All right, but anyway, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate your watching my videos and supporting me here on YouTube. So thanks a lot to everybody. I appreciate your time. And of course, we'll see you next time.